సభకు నమస్కారం. Supala Foundation, a wing of voluntary agency of Telugu Ratham Group, is coming up with a new approach of presentation on our luminaries Chirasmaraniyulu, presenting a gallery of mini portraits of eminent personalities shown in chosen field of activity and served India in a way that they are remembered forever, and to bring awareness about the outstanding services of each of the celebrities. This is mainly focused on the young India sector who are keen in acquiring or upgrading their skills, general knowledge, and information to meet various needs like further studies, entrance examinations, and uh, seeking jobs, etc., and developing their own personality. So we have chosen from today entering into the new era of activities, volunteering on volunteering approach to guide Young India, mainly keeping in view in training, counseling, and guidance to meet the individual requirements. So today, being 19th November, we have chosen the personality of India's only woman Prime Minister, Indira Priyadarshini Gandhi, whose birthday is today. So while extending tributes and regards and salutes to the great personality, we are presenting a brief portrait-oriented sketch in English in order to cater to various language requirements, particularly keeping in view information knowledge. So let us see what is this great personality and her life journey and achievements. Indira Gandhi, the daughter of first Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru and granddaughter of visionary Motilal Nehru. Indira Priyadarshini Gandhi, but popularly known as Indira Gandhi, was the first Prime Minister of India, the largest democracy in the world, for 15 years and spread the name and fame of the country all over the globe. Indira Priyadarshini, the only child of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru and Kamala Devi, was born on 19th November today in 1917. When Indira was born, the freedom movement was at its height, and her father, who was taking an active part in movement and was jailed many a times. The disturbed atmosphere prevailing in the country influenced young Indira. Indira was admitted in Delhi Kindergarten School, the convent in Hyderabad, Allahabad, and finally in Saint Cecilia School in her sixth year. In her father's library, there were books by famous authors, and she used to read the books she liked in her leisure hours. The Russian Revolution, the scientific researches made by Jagdish Chandra Bose, the famous scientist, and the life of Joan of Arc influenced her mind and increased her love of the country. Her father used to write letters to her from the jails about the history of India and its culture, tradition, and other details about the current affairs, and general knowledge from time to time. By 1934, she completed her high school education and enrolled the Shantiniketan of Tagore, the famous then educational institution. She learned music, painting, and Manipuri style of dancing there. Later, she joined the Bex International School, Switzerland. Indira was brought up in a political atmosphere from her young age itself. She too wanted to take part in the national freedom movement, but the leaders did not approve of it as she was too young. She therefore created a volunteer force called Vanar Sena and started providing water, serving food, and performing such other activities to help the participants of the freedom movement. As her mother was ill, Firoz was appointed to serve her. Firoz was her husband, Firoz Gandhi, was appointed to serve her and he rendered great service to her. A close acquaintance grew between Indra and Firoz. They did not think of marriage but decided to serve the country throughout their lives. But their friendship grew into love. Kamala Nehru died on 28 February 1936, but their friendship grew with the initiative of Gandhiji. The marriage of Indira and Firoz was celebrated on 26 March 1942. Indira Priyadarshini Nehru changed into Indira Gandhi. The couple, who had two sons, took part in the freedom movement together. They are named Rahul Gandhi and Sanjay Gandhi. On 15th August in 1947, India became a free country and Jawaharlal Nehru was made the first prime minister of the country and his responsibilities naturally grew. Indira decided to be with her father, to support him, and was with him in his tours of the foreign countries and international conferences. In 1954, she established a center, Balasahai Kendra, in New Delhi to help orphanage children. In 1955, she was elected a member of the Congress Working Committee. When the communist government in Kerala collapsed, she took part in the election campaign along with her father and addressed many meetings and gatherings. In 1959, she was elected the president of the Indian National Congress. In 1960, Firoz Gandhi died on 8th September owing to heart attack. She appointed helpmates to look after her children and followed her father visiting places in serving the country. On 26th May in 1964, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru died. Lal Bahadur Shastri was elected the Prime Minister. He gave the information and broadcasting portfolio to Indira Gandhi. She held the portfolio with great success. On 10th January, Lal Bahadur Shastri too passed away unfortunately. Indira Gandhi was elected the leader of the Congress Parliamentary Party. On 24th January in 1966, she took oath as the third Prime Minister of India and also the first Prime Minister of India, first woman Prime Minister of India. In 1967, the Congress won with a majority and Indira Gandhi was again made the Prime Minister as also the party leader. On 3rd May 1969, President Zakir Hussain died. Then V.V. Giri and Neelam Sanjeev Reddy contested the election for the president's post. The moderates supported Sanjeev Reddy and Indira supported Giri's candidature. Giri was elected the president. After this election, the Congress party split into two as Congress Organization and Congress Indira. On 12th November in 1969, the Congress President Nijalingappa expelled Indira Gandhi from the Indian National Congress. As a result, the Indira Congress came into being. As Prime Minister, Indira Gandhi introduced many daring reforms. She introduced the 24th Amendment to the Constitution and cancelled privy purses of the princes. When the political turmoil cropped up between the East and the West Pakistan wings, she announced India's support to East Pakistan and declared war against Pakistan. This decision cannot be forgotten in the history of the Indian subcontinent. Bangladesh was formed on 6th December in 1971. She inaugurated Sagar Samrat to explore oil and natural gases. She agreed to hold underground atomic tests at Porkhan, that is in Rajasthan. She helped the country in forging ahead scientifically as well as technically and to place satellites like Aryabhatta in space. In June 1975, to control the political upheaval that shook the country, she declared emergency first time and as a special case as thought. She jailed a number of prominent opposition leaders. People retaliated against her rule. In the elections held in 1977, she, as well as her party candidates, were defeated, but she got elected from Chikmagalur in the by elections held in November 1978. The Morarji Desai government arrested her on 7th December and jailed her for violating the rights of parliament. In January 1980, she contested from Andhra Pradesh Medak constituency and won. On 14th January, she became the Prime Minister again. The seventh non-aligned countries convention was held on 7th September 1983. Indira Gandhi was elected the president of the non-aligned countries in the place of Fidel Castro. Thus, her position was strengthened internationally too. She brought about many changes in the economic policies of the government. She nationalized 14 big commercial banks and some industries in 1969. She coined the slogan Garibi Hatao through 20-point economic program and tried to help the poor, and her actions made her very popular with poor masses. Many universities honored her with doctoral degrees and Government of India with Bharat Ratna. In 1982, she bagged the Uthant Prize for her peace efforts in the world. She organized the Blue Star operation on the sacred Golden Temple of Amritsar of Punjab to wipe out the terrorism of the Punjab by sending the army. Unfortunately, this turned fatefully into her life. On 31st October 1984, her own security guard killed her. Her physical remains were consigned to flames on the banks of river Yamuna in Delhi. That place is called Shaktisthal. Thus, in the personality of Indira Gandhi and her career as a politician as well as Indian first woman prime minister, it attracted global attention, and also the her used to be called as Iron Lady, and many among other things as the only man in the cabinet. Thus, the she was also matched with Margaret Thatcher, who was also coined as Iron Lady. Thus, Indira Gandhi happened to be the exclusive and a special personality in Indian politics. But as a Indian woman prime minister, till so far, she was the only first Indian woman prime minister, and the second position is yet to come in Indian government. Being the birthday of Indira Gandhi, today 19th November, let us all pay tributes, regards and salutes to the great personality of Indian subcontinent who drew the attention worldwide during her lifespan. Thank you very much. This presentation is made by Sufala Foundation, a organic attachee of Telugu Radham. Thank you very much.